lockdown had started and Lou was pretty close. During the sweep earlier on, the midwife had said the baby would probably come over the weekend. So, we went home and we had a normal evening. Did a bit of gardening. I had some tea and we both went to bed. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit worried about not being able to attend the delivery because of the COVID thing. We'd just gone into lockdown. Anyway, around about midnight, Lou gave me a nudge. I'm having contractions, she said. But by this point, the contractions were all over the place. So we called the maternity triage, but as Lou's waters hadn't broken, they said, you just have to try and wait it out. This wasn't our first, so I was quite calm at this point. So I turned to Lou and said, we'd have a quick shower and then that we'd go to the hospital right after that. Now, I just got out of the shower and Lou said, they are really getting worse. I'm in too much pain. You're going to have to call maternity triage. So I was on the phone and I heard Lou in the bathroom said her waters are broken. On the phone, the reply was, that's great. To which Lou said, oh no, I can feel the head. Now then I was thinking what the voice in my head was telling me had to be true. No, surely you can't. But the head was there. The maternity triage said, you're going to have to go and phone 999. Hung up on me. So I did that, phone 999, but by this point, there wasn't any time. I dragged Lou onto the floor. With the next set of contractions, out came the baby, but she had the cord wrapped round her neck, and I kept thinking, I'm going to lose them both. I very nearly crumbled. The call handler told me how to untangle the cord and clear her airway to start her breathing. The sound of her finally crying was the best thing I think I've ever heard. Things weren't over though, and I did know that. When we had our son Jack, Lou had ended up losing a lot of blood and was in quite a bad way. So the joy of the baby crying wore off pretty quick and my thoughts turned to Lou. She was still on the cold bathroom floor and the thought of losing them both returned. It did nearly break me. I kept pinching the baby to keep her crying. The call handler kept me talking and I was concerned about the blood loss. The ambulance did come quick, but it felt like a lifetime. I can't tell you how thankful I was to see a proper medical professional. The NHS were incredible. Looking back, the whole thing was amazing. However, I would definitely have preferred it not to have been quite so stressful. We named her Eva Helen after my sister. She died 20 years ago, within a couple of weeks of Eva's birth. She's 7 weeks old now. She's feeding well. She's putting on weight. She doesn't cry much, which is pretty good for us, but I'll definitely never forget her first cry. What an amazing sound that was.